Hey guys, it's Sam and Colin coming back to you with the month of November market update. So we're talking about numbers from the last month of October here. 42 new listings, 93 total for sale, 48 pending. Year to date, we're at 425 units sold. Average sale price is 327. Average days on market 35, and then absorption rate we're at 2.36 months. So kind of jumping into a little more numbers here. I'm going to be talking about absorption rate and what we've seen here in 2023, and kind of looking at the years past as well. So 2023, we're coming out of a really hot year for 2022. The Fed increased rates. So we've seen kind of an active increase in inventory as rates have increased. It's made buyers a little harder to afford prices. So inventory's kind of increased a little bit. And for this month, we're kind of seeing it kind of plateau. And I'm going to guess it's going to stay that way. It's still technically a little bit of a seller's market, but we're seeing more and more negotiations into offers. A seller subject to sale offers are coming back into play. Inspections, there's negotiation there again, where the last 2 years we saw none of that. We saw a lot of escalation clauses, and we're seeing more of that normal back and forth, kind of similar numbers to what we saw here in like 2017, 2018. Kind of getting more back in your typical market. You can see here for actives, that kind of shows that we're getting up close to 100 for actives, and then for new listings 42, and then pendings this month were 48. So kind of staying typical there with our new listings. So I'm going to hand it over to Colin.
All right, so I'm going to go over sold. So year to date, let's see, closed units. So year to date, we're at 425, which is the lowest we've been historically, amount of units sold. I would expect 20 to 30 per month for November, December. So we round out the year under 500 probably, probably about 475. So probably about 100 less units than last year. You can see, so there was, quite a bit more transactions, almost 200 more transactions, 150 more transactions, 2020, 2021, more than 2022. And then it dropped 200 and then it dropped another 100. Normal looks like we're doing around 650 to 700. So 2023, it's looking like it's going to be 475, which is about 150 less than normal. So yeah, I would say that's kind of how this year is going to end. 2024, kind of just looking at a little broader view, is probably about the same as 2023, maybe even a little less for the amount of actual units that sell, just because it's going to probably try to even this out, where the average is about 650. We had a couple of years where there was, an increase in the amount of sales that happened. And I think if you look over a 10-year period, it's probably about the same, So I would say the next year will probably be about like this year. So if you're kind of looking, when's a good time to sell in that kind of debate, I would anticipate the next couple of years being higher interest rates and a little bit fewer transactions, which means it's a unique time right now, though, because there's fewer sellers and there's fewer buyers, which is kind of keeping, like Sam was saying, the absorption rate. It's increased a little bit, but it's still technically a buyer's market. They say, 8 to 10 months absorption rate, meaning it takes 8 to 10 months to sell, is more like a buyer's market, where it's, really a buyer can, ask for whatever they want. So it's still a decent seller's market. So anyway, but I would anticipate those days on markets to increase as these numbers stay fairly low for the amount of houses that are selling. So anyway, that wraps up November's market update. As always, if you're thinking about selling, you're thinking about buying, whether it's personal or investment property, there's still ways to get the job done, and we'd love to chat with you and see how we can help you out. So thanks so much, and talk to you soon.